Hello everyone and welcome back to CodeChef. In this video, we will explore the most useful applications of while loops in C++, including validating user input, tracking totals, controlling logic with flags, printing patterns, and processing strings. These patterns show up in real projects all the time. So let's get started. Nested while, a loop inside another loop. Outer loop controls one dimension, inner loop controls another. In while terms, each loop independently manages its counter or state. Why do we use nested while loop? Generally, we use nested while loop to perform 2D operations like matrices, tables, grid, pattern printing, or multi-level menus. Now let us go to the CodeChef platform to see an example of nested while loop in C++. Here, the program objective is generating a number pyramid and the expected output is 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4. Coming to the code, hash include IOStream using namespace std semicolon, then int main. Now inside main, int row is equal to 1. So here we are initializing the variable row with value 1. Now checking the condition while row is less than equal to 4. As you can see, we want to print 4 rows here. This 1, then 2, 2 row, then 3, 3, 3 row and 4, 4, 4, 4. So these are 4 rows. That is why the loop has to run while the value of row is less than or equal to 4. That means this loop will run 4 times given the value of row is 1 right now. Then int call is equal to 1. So now we are talking about the first column. Then int call is equal to 1, semicolon. Now here we have another while loop inside the outer while loop. This is what nested while loop is all about. Using one while loop inside another while loop. Here the condition is while call is less than or equal to row. Then cout, the value of row will be printed. Then in double inverted commas, space and semicolon. Then call plus plus semicolon. Now initially the value of call is 1. So we have initialized the value of call to 1. Now it will be incremented by 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. Again, while 2 is less than or equal to 4. Condition true. Again, it will print the value of row. Now let's see what's the condition given in this while loop. Call is less than or equal to row. Right now the value of call is 1 and the value of row is also 1. So the condition is true. It will implement this code. Cout, the value of row will be printed, which is 1. Then space in double inverted commas, semicolon. Now call plus plus. So the value of call will become 1 plus 1, 2. Condition will be checked. 2 is less than or equal to 1. Condition false, so it will come out of this while loop. Then cout endl, that means the cursor will shift to a new line. Then row plus plus. Initial value of row was 1. So now it will be 1 plus 1, 2. Again, let us check this condition for 2. So 2 is less than equal to 4. Condition true. Then again we will check the condition for the next while loop, call, which is 1. Now 1 is less than equal to 2. Now the updated value of call was 2. So 2 is less than equal to 2. Yes, it is equal to 2. Again condition true. Now here we can see int call is equal to 1. Let us now again check the condition of call. So 1 is less than equal to 2. Condition true. It is less than 2. So cout, now the value of row is 2. So 2 will be printed, space, call plus plus. So 1 plus 1, 2. Now again we'll check the condition for call is equal to 2. 2 is less than equal to 2. 2 is equal to 2. So condition true. Again the value of row will be printed, which is 2. And then again call plus plus. This time col will be 2 plus 1, 3. Again, let us check the condition for this while loop. 3 is less than or equal to 2, false. So the compiler will come out of this while loop, then see out, again cursor will shift in a new line. Now row plus plus. This time the value of row is 3. Now checking the outer while loop condition, 3 less than or equal to 4, condition true. 3 is less than 4. Now again, the value of col is set to 1. Again, checking the condition for inner while loop, 1 is less than equal to 4, condition true. So then see out, the value of row will be printed, then space, again the value of col will be incremented to 1 plus 1, 2. So this loop will keep on working till the value of col is incremented to 3, and then the outer while loop will run till the value of row increases to 4. Again this whole process will repeat, and finally it will come out of the while loop, then return 0, semicolon, and the main function ends here. Now let us run the program to see the output. So we got exactly similar output as per the expected one. The next topic is pattern printing with while loop. Using nested while loops to print textual patterns like triangles, pyramids, diamonds. It is basically a classic way to learn loop control and indexes. So why do we do pattern printing with while loop? Because it is a great exercise for mastering indices, spacing, nested loops, and output framing. So here I am not including any other example because the last example that we saw for nested while loop was also an example for pattern printing since we created a pyramid there. Last but not the least, string processing loops with while loop. So iterating a string character by character using a while loop to examine, transform, or analyze it, which means it can be used to count characters, search substrings, or parse tokens. Why do we use it? In case of string processing, while loops can be used when we need index manipulation, like skipping characters or perform look-ahead operation. Let us go to the CodeChef platform to see how to perform string processing using while loop in C++. The program objective is counting letters in a string, and the expected output is total characters colon 19. Coming to the code, hash include IOStream using namespace std semicolon. Then int main string text is equal to, in double inverted commas, programming is fun, exclamation mark, semicolon. Int I is equal to 0, comma count is equal to 0, semicolon. So here we are initializing counter because we want to count the letters which are there in this string. Now let us use the while loop to perform the operation of counting letters in the string while I is less than text.length method. Bracket close. Then the while code starts from here. Count plus plus semicolon I plus plus semicolon. Both the value of count and I are 0 right now. So it will be incremented to 1 for each, count as well as I. Initially the value of both the variables count and I is 0. So right now it will be incremented to 0 plus 1, 1. Here count plus plus, this variable is being used for counting the characters in the string, and I plus plus, this variable is being used to move the cursor to the next character after the previous one is counted. And this will keep on happening till you get the final length of the string using this text.length method. Finally, the compiler will come out of the while loop and then see out in double inverted commas total characters colon, then the value of count, which is basically the count of characters in this string, will be printed endl semicolon. Return 0 semicolon, and the main function ends here. Now let us run the program to see the output. Total characters colon 19. So if you count, there are total 19 characters in this string. And that wraps up our discussion on while loop applications. Now you understand how while loops can validate input, build accumulators, control logic with flags, work in nested structures, print patterns, and handle strings. Don't forget to practice using these concepts on the CodeChef platform. Thank you so much for watching.